All right, after thoroughly scaring the hell out of my dogs, I'm so happy. I am beyond happy. So, Spice and Wolf just had its anniversary, and with that, they had a whole event that unfortunately unfolded in the middle of the night. So I set my alarm, woke up at some point, and half asleep, looking through Twitter and stuff, I discovered, yes, probably the best thing happened. Now, we're still holding our breath a little bit here because they like to be a little vague, but I'm just calling at this point. I feel like based on how things are worded and translated, it feels like this is going to be a completely new anime adaptation. And why I say that is because usually everywhere they kind of reference it, they say Spice and Wolf is completely new animation. Completely new anime. The journey will start again, right? I mean, everything just seems like it's pointing that this is a full, completely new anime for Spice and Wolf series. I love this series so much. Now, granted, I have not, I cannot seem to get myself to sit through and read the entire light novel, even though every single minute of it, every page, I absolutely love. I have not gotten the time set aside to really focus on it. I have terrible focus, by the way. I get sidetracked very easily. But I just know that this is a really fantastic series. I've obviously watched the entire series, I think, twice now. I even bought the manga in case one of these days I'll, get around to reading that as well, which I know it's not supposed to be that great, but still, it's Spice and Wolf. I even have figure up here. I have a little Nindroid over here. I love it. I love Spice. I even have the super duper thick hardbound collector edition of this. It's just a really amazing series. And it's so funny to come to this point after, for those that don't know about me, I watched the original Spice and Wolf and I dropped it really quickly. I got to the whole economic stuff and I got bored and I shut it off. And then at some point, I don't remember what caused it, but me and my brother watched through it again and I was blown away. I loved it. I loved it from beginning to end. And like I said, and I started jumping into the light novel. I bought the entire light novel and it was amazing. And what I've read, I think 3, maybe 4 volumes of it. I really, really love it. And I think the thing that has me so excited about this, especially if it's a completely new anime, meaning they start from the beginning, they don't just go to season 3 and continue on, is that there's 2 sides. One is that they can upgrade the visuals, obviously, because when this was made back in the day, it still looks great. It's just kind of in that early, it was like a late 2000s anime, but there's still like that early digipaint kind of stuff where it doesn't really scale well, so it looks kind of smudgy in certain parts. But additionally, if they jump straight into season 3, a lot of people are going to have to watch this old version. They're probably going to be a little off-put by that, having that shift in animation. But the other thing that really puts a huge bonus into that whole situation, if it is a new one, why animate it again when this was done like in 2008, 2009? Unless they plan on redoing the whole thing. Give it the whole Fruits Basket thing. Start from the beginning and do the whole thing. Do the entire light novel. I would be beside myself with excitement. That would just be... I hope. I hope. Well, additionally, I mean, obviously a lot of people argue that there was a lot of stuff that was shifted, and I think they even skipped an entire volume of the light novel when they were adapting this series as the anime. And yes, granted, there's a lot of context in here that's missed in the anime. Typically what you'll get from especially light novel adaptations, is you'll skip a lot of inner dialogue. I tell people all the time, when I first read the first volume, the moment I got into that first encounter between Lawrence and Holo, there was so much inside of Lawrence's head. Like, he was thinking about a lot of things. And it's a lot of things that gives a lot of context to how he thinks. We only get really the interaction between Lawrence and Holo, their spoken word. But what's actually going through Lawrence's head is a lot. And not to say that I want them to adapt all of the inner dialogue, because that usually kills pacing. At least they can adapt it in a way that you get that context very quickly, maybe some quick dialogue exchanges inside of his head that will give context to it rather than speaking the whole thing. By the way, I am so thrilled with this news. Additionally, they released a small teaser trailer, which doesn't really give you much, but it does kind of give you those warm and fuzzies that something's coming up. But yeah, this is one of those moments where I'm just so happy that I was right, that I kind of felt like when they released that whole teaser key art that was essentially talking about the announcement, something was coming. Of course, my fears was it was going to just be a VR thing, but I had this feeling like this key art they released, that artwork from that key art is not the light novel. It wasn't this art style. The character designs were very different, but they weren't anime-ish. They didn't have like that usual style of anime. It felt like it was in a middle area. Like it was between the two of them, which gave me that hope of like, maybe this is hinting at something. They don't want to give it away, but it's hinting at something coming. And like I said, I'm super thrilled. Getting up at 2 o'clock or something like that in the middle of the night, reading that, I thought I was dreaming. I was like, I'm just texting everywhere, Discord, DMs and everything, and I'm going, holy crap, it's actually happening. Please don't be a dream. And then I woke up this morning afterwards, and I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It wasn't a dream. Oh, I'm super thrilled. I cannot wait for this. This is definitely one of those situations where the fans got what they wanted. The fans have been asking for this for a long time. And it's funny because it's one of those things where, yes, again, technically we got this just probably, not even 13 years ago. But it's a series that's so beloved, and it's always puzzled the fandom that so many things gets adaptations, so many things get sequels. But the one thing that I think has the most passionate group of people that really has very little naysayers. If there's probably naysayers out there that think that this is a terrible series. Let's be perfectly honest. But it's so outweighed. Like there's so many people that will just go, cool, whatever. So anybody want to talk about Spice and Wolf? It's like if you look for fandoms, I think Spice and Wolf is probably the most wholesome fandom of people that just absolutely love Holo. Now, granted, you could argue that the the fandom for the art of Holo is not the most wholesome, but that's Holo. That's the wolf. But anyways, that's enough. I've been gushing enough. Anytime I get any updates for this, whether it be how they're going to format it, when it's coming out, if it is in fact going to be finally confirmed that it is a remake, like I said, completely new animation makes me believe that, and Journey will start again, makes me believe it's going to be a restart, start from the beginning, but we're not confirming that quite yet. But once I get those confirmations, any additional information, I will definitely have it here on this channel. So if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. I might go ahead and reread the light novel all the way up until the anime adaptation ends. I don't know if that I'll read after that, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I want to cover it as it airs, and so I don't want to get too far ahead. So I'm kind of happy that I put this off, and I can read it afterwards. I'm kind of a fan of reading stuff after an adaptation, so. But with that all said, if you have not already, hit that like button down below as well. We definitely appreciate everybody that supports us and watches us. We have a support link through our Patreon and our tips link in the description below. We'd also have a Discord where if you love Spice and Wolf, you're excited, jump into our Discord and let us know how much of a passionate fan you are. Definitely appreciate everybody that supports us. And y'all take care.